versatile position, so I can play the safety spot and I can come down and play the run with the backer. So I'm trying right now to just do anything I can to learn the position as fast as possible and try to help the team out to win.
Do you have to get bigger?
No, I don't have to get bigger, just learning run blocks and how to take on blocks and work with my hands and stuff like that.
Are you playing safety and bullet or just bullet? Okay.
Yeah, bullet's actually like a safety and a linebacker position, so certain defenses is when I'll go back to safety and other ones I'll go back to the bullet.
I know you weren't here, but is it similar to what Darren Lee did with the walkout, or is it a little bit different than what they did with the walkout?
Yeah, it's somewhat like that. Yeah, it's somewhat like that, yeah.
Brendon, funny, last year you were fighting to just get on the field. Now they've created almost a position for you.
Right. Yeah.
What does that tell you about the impact you've made here in the last 7 months?
It's a dream come true, Hard work definitely pays off, but I still got to have that chip on my shoulder because anyone can take that bullet spot, because Jocelyn Wentz right behind me doing that spot as well, so I got to go out every day acting like it's my last day of practice so I can keep that position.
Who came up with the name? It makes sense, the Silver Bullets bullet. Who came up with that?
It was called Viper when they first came here, and then defense side probably changed the bullet. Yeah, probably. That's what I would guess.
Because you can't import a name from that school up north. Is that why you changed it from Viper? Or?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I would guess that, yeah.
Can you see it having an effectiveness? I mean, can you see it being effective this year?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, being able to, for me personally, being able to guard the tight ends, which I'm better at, I can definitely see myself helping that. If they have a athletic tight end, instead of having a sandbacker out there, having a bullet out there will definitely help that.
Hey, Brendon, when you picture yourself playing the position at the highest level, I'm sure you look up to somebody or you watch, who would that look like if you were playing it the way you want to?
Jamal Adams, kind of. When he comes down in the box a little bit, he can guard tight ends and then also, play the post as well. So Jamal Adams, I feel like, is somewhat like that.
Do you feel like the way that you kind of flew around the field last year and made plays and tackles closer to the line of scrimmage, and do you think that that's like kind of what caught their eye, like when watching film of what you did?
I would guess. They said the bullet position is more like a bigger safety, so I'm probably one of the big safeties that we have. So that type of position is like why they picked that for me, because I'm 215, 6'2", so that's that position.
Is that Halfley teaching you that, or
it's both Halfley and it's Halfley and Coach Madison.
Gotcha. What's that balance like going back and forth between the linebacker groups and the safety groups?
It's definitely not easy, but I'm just taking it one day at a time. The coaches understand, it's going to take time and take patience. So I'm in the film room all the time with them, trying to come in as much as possible so I can get that stuff back.
Do you feel like it's a natural position for you?
It's definitely natural. Just right now, it's kind of confusing and difficult, just being able to play both ends and new defense as well. But once, fall camp hits, I'll probably be, 100% at it.
Down the road, that makes you more marketable? I mean, more versatile, more marketable?
Oh, yeah, definitely, yeah. I'm excited for it. I can play multiple positions, and every, student athlete wants to be able to do that.
Yeah. Brendon, there's been a lot of talk on
the last year, when at the early part of the season, when you said you were struggling, you said it was communicating with your teammates and maybe understanding your position a little. How far have you come then that you're not only doing that, but doing it at a hybrid position where your responsibilities are sort of multiple?
Right, it's just like a brand new start. I'm basically where I was last year, with trying to be more communicative. But I think the biggest thing with me is technique, especially at the linebacker position, being able to use my hand, take off blocks, fill gaps, and pass rush. So I'm doing that every day after practice, so I can try to get better at it.
But you must have come a long way if they were willing to take you and put you into a different position and say, okay, now you've got to start from scratch.
Oh yeah, I mean the leadership part, for me being a leader and me being more comfortable out there, that's why they can put me in that type of position, put that type of pressure on me, because I've become more of a leader and have more confidence in myself now.
Brendon, there have been a lot of talk about simplifying things on the defensive side of the football. How have they done that, and what do you like about the new system?
I mean, with different formations, we basically still have the same base defense, so it's not a lot of changing like it was last year. And so basically, their biggest thing is just go out there and play football and find the ball. And we're still going to have, little tweaks and stuff in our defense, but at the end of the day, it just wants to find the ball.
But there have been talks about a lot of people switching spot, like you at the bullet position, that safety linebacker hybrid. I know Sean Wade said he's going to be switching between corner and safety.
Yeah.
Just how much harder do you think that's going to make it on opposing offenses to kind of game plan for what you guys are going to be doing on the defensive side of the football?
I mean, it definitely can, be a game plan, be harder, because they're going to see one guy, at a corner safety, and the next week, then they're going to see Sean at corner and maybe Jeff Okudah inside. So definitely, putting that kind of switch up on teams will definitely help us.
Is that a normal thing to see this many people playing multiple defensive positions?
Yeah, because basically all positions are basically the same as how they teach it, and so the biggest change this year is, you know, the DBs, all the DBs, corners, and safeties are in the same meeting room. So we're all learning the same things and all in there, getting the different, you know, checks and all that. And so we're all able to play different positions because we're all in there learning at the same time.
As you reflect on some of the big games you had last year personally, like Nebraska, obviously, kind of your coming out party, Rose Bowl, MVP, just little stuff like that. Just, I mean, how much confidence does that give you coming into a year like
it's
this?
definitely giving me more confidence, but at the end of the day, I still got to have that chip on my shoulder because that was last year. You know, it's a new year now with new coaching staff and everything, so I still got to prove myself, and we still got to go out here and, you know, win another one.
All right, go ahead.
You mentioned the position used to be called the Viper. Have you looked at what those Vipers have, the numbers they put up in the past?
I have not, but I have been watching film with Coach Hafley, and most of the Vipers are in the league, so I've been watching a lot of film on the San Francisco 49ers and the Browns when he coached there.
So
have you watched any
them
Michigan film?
No, I have not.
There are a lot of TFLs and things like
Yeah,
that. How does that get you excited for that possibility?
You know, it definitely gets me excited. You know, being able to make plays for my teammates and being able to get a win for my teammates it's a huge accomplishment.
Obviously, if you're playing a bullet position, other guys got to step up at safety. Who are you seeing make strides at safety this spring?
Isaiah Pryor's doing really well, as well as Josh Proctor. You know, he's making plays out there. He's understanding it more, and he's actually grown and developed ever since like last year. So I'm really proud of him, and he's stepping up as well.
You mentioned the corners and safeties being in the same room. Do you feel like that makes all you guys better when you're kind of all in the same meetings, all getting the same message?
Oh yeah, because when we're out there and we, you know, make little tweaks, you know, with the offense, you know, we're all on the same page, you know, and we're all learning the same checks. And so when we're out here, no one's confused, everyone's on the same page, and that's a big difference.
What's the dynamic been like with Coach Hafley and Coach Barnes? Are you guys pretty much learning from both of them equally right now?
That's the corners and the safeties are, yes. Most of the time with Coach Madison, and then after practice, I usually meet with Coach Hafley. So I'm not in the meeting room with Coach Hafley as much, but I'm with Coach Madison. But I would guess they are, yeah. Yep.